lover or someone who enjoys community events at the library, or perhaps you are one of the many users that take advantage of the services offered by your local library. Well, this interview is for you. Today I'm talking to Marilyn Schwartz, the president of the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library. She'll be sharing the incredible impact of this organization, celebrating its 50th year anniversary this year, and offering ways we can all support our local libraries. Whether you're curious about upcoming events or how you can get involved, you won't want to miss this conversation.
Marilyn, how are you doing today?
I am doing well, Marina. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for talking to us and the audience today. Marilyn Schwartz is the president of the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library, which is a very important institution that really helps engage the community with the library. And she will be talking a lot more about this. But before we really get started, Marilyn, could you tell us about the history and the mission of the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library?
Of course. So we were founded 50 years ago by a number of very influential Floridians, including Marjorie Stoneman Douglas and the Murier family, they founded this organization in order to raise extra funding for the library and also to advocate for the library and increase engagement between the community and the library.
Fantastic. This is such an important organization, and I'm gonna be honest, I had not heard about it until we actually got in touch. And I love the library. My kids enjoy reading a lot. We are always at the Pinecrest branch here. So I'm very excited about the fact that we are sharing about this organization today, because I bet there's a lot of people that might be curious and wanting to help our library and didn't know how to. So this is a great opportunity for you that guys that are watching today. So I want to ask you a question. Why do you believe that the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library plays such a vital role within our communities?
So the Friends of the Library has done a tremendous amount to preserve our library branches. About 10 years ago, there was a real push to cut library funding and to close a number of library branches. And the Friends mobilized the community to advocate against those closures. And in the end, no library branches closed. Recently, in Allapattah, there was a move to not renew the lease on the land for the library. And ultimately, the city, and there was no plan to put the library anywhere. It was just to close that branch. And ultimately, the Friends, again, mobilized the community, and we were able to save that branch and find a different location for the Allapattah Library. And so things like that, like libraries are beloved institutions and the community loves them, but isn't always aware when they are at risk. And our job is to bring that awareness to the library so that the community can advocate for an institution that it loves.
That is very important and fantastic. Just keeping up the branches alive and giving the community access to all the programs that exist in the libraries is fantastic. But I know you guys go beyond that. Some of the programming also, and there are some things that you guys kind of enhance in a library. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So the Friends one of our main pillars is fundraising. So the library gets all of its funding from our community taxes. But what that means is in a year when property taxes are not as much, they are forced to cut funding. The Friends exists to fill that gap and extend programming where we can. So we've actually just started an endowment that we're hoping with time will build to a place that provides that safety net for the library. Right now we're, starting small, but, in 5-10 years, there's no reason why we can't be there. The programming right now that we fund, so we work towards all the funding that we're raising right now is going towards the after-school tutoring program at the library that happens in 30 branches completely for free. We also funded a award ceremony for librarians who had earned like 78 NACO awards, which was the most of any county in the state. We created the adult financial literacy program and fund that. We fund the Girl Scout patch program through the library. And so if I were to go on and on, the list is very, very long. But a lot of the extras, like the summer reading challenge and the fall into winter reading challenge, those are all things that are at least partially funded by the Friends.
Marilyn, what is it that inspired you to get involved with the organization?
So libraries have always been near and dear to my heart. I love the library because it's an organization that supports everyone. Every demographic, there is something at the library for you. And that spoke to me. I think libraries are a safety net in our community, and but also are something that every person, no matter how much money you have or don't have, can find something really wonderful at the library. I came to Miami from Chicago a couple of years ago and was involved in a similar organization in Chicago that was much bigger than the Friends here in Miami. And I want to grow the Friends into a similar size and, importantly, bank account size of the organization in Chicago.
And so talking about that, how can members of the community support the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library beyond volunteering? Because you can volunteer and give your time, but beyond that, what else can be done?
So there's an important distinction between the Friends and the library itself. And that distinction becomes really clear when it comes to how you give back to that area. So if you want to give money, for example, which we are very happy to receive, that is coming to the Friends. The Friends is a nonprofit organization. The library is actually a county-run organization and it's not a nonprofit. So if you're going to donate money, that's coming to us, and then we give it to the library to fund different programming. And you can give money to us to fund specific programming, and we will honor that request. When it comes to volunteering, there's actually a big difference between volunteering for the Friends and volunteering for the library. If you want to volunteer for the library, you do things like read books, or maybe you do the after-school tutoring program as a teacher. And that requires a background check and fingerprinting and all the things that are required to volunteer for the county. The Friends, on the other hand, volunteering for us looks like, right now we're planning our 50th anniversary party, which I imagine we'll get to later. And we need people to help with that, right? So that is running the silent auction, reaching out to people for sponsorships, running the actual party bits of the party. We also have a board that we're looking to grow. And so there are opportunities for people who might be interested in getting very involved and sitting on our board. And we are launching a new committee structure. And so we're looking for people to fill those committees. Things like engagement with the community. We're going to be having probably an event every other month with an author. And so we need people to plan those events and, of course, attend those events. So I'd say that those are all ways for people to engage with the Friends.
Fantastic. So if you see fit in any of these options, make sure you reach out to the Friends and help your community. So Marilyn, you mentioned, the celebration that is happening pretty soon. So this year actually is a very important year for the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library because it's their 50th anniversary.
So as our 50th anniversary, we're having a large anniversary party. at the Coral Gables Branch Library on November 16th from 7 to 10 p.m. The event will have Dave Berry as our speaker. Mayor Daniela Levine Cava will also be there giving a short presentation. A lot of the county commissioners will be there, important members of our community. It's going to be a great event. There's going to be dinner, an open bar. When can you drink at the library? This is great. And a really fantastic silent auction.
What are other upcoming fundraising events, and what is the expected impact in helping the library in our community?
So right after our 50th anniversary party, we launch right into Give Miami Day. So the party is on November 16th, and early giving for Give Miami Day starts on the 17th, and culminating in Give Miami Day itself on November 21st. And then we launch right into the Miami Book Fair, actually, which the main part of it is from, I think, the 20th through the 22nd, and we will have a table there as well. So stop by. We are sharing a tent with the library. We will also be having an event in January with author Asha Elias, who wrote Pink Skies, which is based right here in Miami, and are hoping to have probably one event every month or every other month going forward. So stay tuned.
So a lot of different ways to help the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library and the library itself. But if people actually want to help, what's the best way to get in touch with the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library?
So our website is full of information about the Friends and how you can help, how to donate, how to volunteer. And that website is friendsofmdpl.org. You can find my email address there and reach out to me directly. I am always happy to engage with members of our community. We are also on Instagram and X at Friends of MDPL, and also on Facebook. Join our newsletter via the website so that you can be kept up to date about all of our events and initiatives.
And all this information is available on the description of this video. So once you finish watching, go right there and you get the links to get in touch with the Friends of the Miami-Dade Public Library. So thank you so much, Marilyn. This was great. Marilyn Schwartz has been doing a wonderful job there, and I appreciate you sharing everything with us. And guys, thanks for watching.
Thank you. I hope to see you at the event.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel.